Thank you for this great honour. Sorry I can't be there tonight. I am stuck in Canberra with obviously some work commitments here. So, as much as I would like to have gotten down, unfortunately Tony went and sent his private jet up here for me. So, you know what he's like. He's a bit cheap, but never mind. So again, yeah, thank you very much for it. Essendon has always been a very fun place for me, especially growing up. Pretty much all my childhood memories revolve around things at the club. I can remember stuff sort of back as young as 5 and 6 years old, and mum and dad would let Kingy and Rick Size and my cousin Brendan babysit us and in their old Salt Palace, the house, and there's fun memories of water fights inside the house and Rick chasing us around inside the house with a garden hose and going through McDonald's and Kingy trying to order hot dogs and stuff, and we always thought that was hilarious as a kid, and we still talk about it sometimes, my sister and I. The club played an important part. Also in my development as a player, obviously. I was there just about every night growing up. Mum and Dad would make that sort of hour and a half round trip, 5-6 times a week, and it started off because we loved it, and then became a goal of mine, obviously, to play professionally. And my parents would then start driving me, so I had that opportunity to get as good as I could, and attend the Gary Bittmead 4, 5, 6 hour training sessions that you'd be there until it was pitch black. Like you could not see. There was no lights. It was honestly pitch black, and he'd still be smashing these dimpled yellow balls at you, and you'd have to try and field them, and if you missed one, he'd let you know about it, and you'd be taking BP with him throwing it about 80 miles an hour from 20 feet away, and if you messed up a hit and run or a bunt, you could be assured that the next one would hit you straight in the thigh, and you sort of look back at it now and think it's pretty funny, but at the time, you were terrified a bit, but it did that constant repetitions, and you never went away from sort of one of those training sessions without knowing that you'd done plenty of work. And, I'm sure that those sessions with Gary obviously helped myself and a lot of the guys sort of around my generation. It's great to see how well the club's doing now. The facilities and just the sheer amount of people that are involved now in the club is it's unrecognisable to what it was even just a few years ago. It wasn't that long ago that we were really struggling, that we had a hard time getting 4 teams together. The years that Tambo and I coached, we had to get guys from Masters and stuff to fill in, and we were sort of doing everything, umpiring juniors and coaching juniors and organising social events and doing the whole lot. But now it just seems like we've got so many people involved, and that's obviously just makes the club stronger and stronger, and hopefully the more people get involved, the more it encourages get involved, and you just get bigger and bigger things from there. So it's really, really great to see. And the facilities, the batting cages, I've only seen photos and that, and the gym that's going to get put in there and things. There's going to be nothing better anywhere in the country, really. There's not. So it's going to give all our young players the opportunity to be as good as they can be, and hopefully it'll attract more people to take up the sport in our area and get more and more players down there. So it's a credit to the club and everyone involved who are really pushing that. I guess I want to make a little message to the young players at Essendon. If you want to follow in sort of the footsteps of guys like Tamburino and of course Shane Lindsay and myself and these other guys that have signed professionally, then the training you do at Essendon is not enough. At Aces Academy, it's not enough, and these trips you take over to the States, it's not enough. Okay, those things aren't going to turn you into professional players. They're going to help a little bit, but the stuff that's really going to make a difference is that work you do when no one's watching. It's when you get up at 6:30 instead of 7 o'clock to go and do sprints before school. It's when you come home and you swing the bat 100 times, and it's when you can't find somebody to throw with. So instead of just giving up, you take the balls down the cricket net and you throw the balls into the net as hard as you can. It's about not finding an excuse, but finding a reason and a way to work and to get better and to do these things that aren't much fun. So, you can't just rely on what's given to you. You've got to go out there and take some stuff on your own, and that's what every successful player has done. It's the champions are made when no one's watching. So make sure you you don't want to get to an age and have any regrets. So put everything into it if you're serious. Look, I think that's probably about it. I mean, I want to thank a bunch of people, but I'm hesitant to name names because I'll forget people. So the ones I will obviously mention is my mum and dad. Without them, there's no way I would have had the level of success that I did, and without them, I wouldn't have had the fond memories that Essendon still holds for me now. So, Dad's decision back in 1977, whatever it was, to move from Bendigo and play at Essendon, that's followed up with, that's led to me being able to have some of the best memories of my life at the club. And when you sort of get a bit older and you look back on your career and you have times when you regret some stuff and that, but for the most part, I'm pretty happy with what I've done. I have fun memories of my time at Essendon, and to be given this award and to join the other great players in the Hall of Fame is fantastic. So thank you very much. Enjoy the night. Try and get Tony to buy some drinks. I know that'll be hard, but see how you go. So thank you. Enjoy the night.